Rhetorical Peaks is a video game designed by the Digital Writing and Research Lab at the University of Texas at Austin for use in rhetoric and writing classes. The project began in 2006, and the game has been developed and played in several incarnations since its inception. This video outlines these various incarnations of Rhetorical Peaks and their use in rhetoric and writing classrooms. Rhetorical Peaks was first created as a module in the Atari BioWare game Neverwinter Nights using the Aurora toolset. The original version of the game confronted players with the murder of Professor Gorgias and allowed them to complete 3 quests to gather information about the murder. The quests were based on the 3 classical rhetorical appeals: logos, ethos, and pathos. The game was designed to allow students to practice rhetorical analysis in order to accumulate evidence that they could then use to make a causal argument about Professor Gorgias' death. Since this iteration of the game relied on proprietary software, it was never tested in classes, and the project group set out to produce a self-contained game that could be owned and operated by the Digital Writing and Research Lab. In 2008, the project received a grant from the Faculty and Student Teams for Technology program at the University of Texas at Austin. That summer, a team of artists and programmers worked with the Rhetorical Peaks group to create 4 new iterations of the game using Flash, PowerPoint, Unity, and Second Life. These versions of the game shifted the narrative and the mode of gameplay. In its new iterations, Rhetorical Peaks confronted the player with the mysterious death of Lisa Sophist, the best speaker in the town of Rhetorical Peaks. Instead of completing quests, players had the opportunity to interview 3 non-player characters in the town and also to examine Lisa's scrapbook. Students could in turn use this information to practice and utilize a range of skills and concepts related to rhetorical analysis, stasis theory, and argumentation. The Flash and Unity versions of Rhetorical Peaks were first tested in introductory rhetoric and writing classes during the 2008-2009 academic year. The game worked well as a one-day activity in which students first played the game on their own and then discussed their experience as a group. The game has subsequently been played in other classes at the University of Texas at Austin, and it has also been played at other schools, including the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, James Madison University, and Stanford University. While the Flash and Unity versions of Rhetorical Peaks allow students to practice introductory rhetoric skills, the Second Life version allows students to act simultaneously as players and developers of the game. This version was tested in the spring of 2010 in a Writing in Digital Environments course. Students were first introduced to the world of Rhetorical Peaks through the Flash version of the game. As the semester progressed, students completed a variety of activities and assignments that allowed them to engage the world of Rhetorical Peaks in a more extended fashion and even generate content for the game. The first extended assignment completed by students was the Multimedia Identity Project. This assignment allowed students to design characters and to organize their designs on a website. Students based their designs on model rhetors, and their characters became a triangulation of historical figures, themselves, and the world of Rhetorical Peaks. These designs in turn served as blueprints for the avatars that students created in Second Life. Although the gameplay in Second Life was largely open-ended and exploratory, students did complete 2 other assignments. The first was an individual activity in which students produced videos that offered introductions to their characters using footage from Second Life. The second was a group activity in which students designed memorials for Lisa in the Second Life build. To complete their memorials, students utilized free materials from other users in Second Life, and they also learned how to create objects and to program basic scripts. As these various iterations of Rhetorical Peaks have been developed and tested, the project group has produced several presentations and publications on the game. Papers on Rhetorical Peaks have been presented at the Conference on College Composition and Communication, the Modern Language Association, the Rhetoric Society of America, and the Humanities Gaming Institute. Articles on the game have been published in Computers and Composition Online, in the Proceedings of the Special Interest Group on Design of Communication, and in Currents in Electronic Literacy. To play Rhetorical Peaks and to find pedagogical resources and further information about the game, please visit our website.